Welcome to Colombia, my 76th country, and in this video I'm telling you everything you need to know before coming here, including if it's safe to come here or not, which it is, by the way. So let's start.
¡Bienvenidos a Colombia! ¡Bienvenidos a Colombia!
Colombia has a fairly liberal visa policy and a lot of countries do not need a visa. You still need two things though. One, an onward ticket. It is really important you have one before you land. Two, make sure you fill out the migration form on the website, on the official website. It closes 1 hour before your flight, so do not try to do it at the airport before your plane is flying or in the flight. Not good. Secondly, if you need a visa, all the best to you, because honestly, I canceled my Colombia plans twice because the embassy just wouldn't respond. I've tried calling, email, everything, and this is back then when I needed a visa. So all the best to you. Apply as early as you can. Seriously. Keep a good quality copy of your passport with you at all times. Digital is fine. You will need it for everything from bus tickets to tours to entrance into some buildings. Colombians are obsessed with passport numbers, and I don't think carrying your passport around is a good idea. So don't forget that. The currency in Colombia is called pesos, and this is what it looks like. Well, for a country that's super colorful, the currency is quite dull, unfortunately. Except for the 50, which has Gabo. Gabriel Garcia Marquez, one of my favorite authors. So the annoying thing about this is there are too many zeros on this currency, unfortunately. So the easy way to deal with it and to do conversions is I've chopped up the last 3 zeros of all of this, and you're absolutely fine because then it becomes manageable in your head. Now, there are a lot of ATMs everywhere except for the rural places, and you do need cash. You seriously need cash to go around. Don't just rely on your cards. I've managed to find only one bank that dispensed currency without charging any transaction fee. It varies on your card, so you need to go around a little bit. There are ATMs at the airports as well, which are really convenient. So for the rest of the country, especially paying like small time places, small businesses, you definitely need cash because I've been told they slap on as much as 50% of the cost of the entire thing if you want to pay by card. So cash is king in Colombia. Just keep enough on you at all times. Colombia is fantastically cheap. I'm coming from Panama, and compared to that, everything seems like extraordinarily cheap. Most of the tours are between $15 and $30, which is amazing. The most expensive meal I had was 40 pounds, which was a really fancy restaurant. On average, a meal costs between $2 to $5, which is amazing. It's really filling. Portions are huge. For a day, if you keep a budget of $30 to $50, you will be absolutely fantastic. You'll live like a king, I promise you. Talking about connectivity in Colombia, I would recommend buying a Claro SIM card. It worked absolutely wonderfully pretty much everywhere except for San Andres and Tatacoa, where I'm standing right now. Higher up in the mountains, there's no connection. That's understandable. So I got a SIM card for about $6 to $7 with 12 gigabytes of data, plus data for social media for 30 days, and it worked pretty good. I didn't have to top up. It also gives you unlimited minutes for calling in the country. I would also recommend not buying your SIM card at the airport because they're more expensive there. Buy it in the city. Wi-Fi is available generally everywhere, and in big cities, it is generally quite fast as well. So if you're working remotely, you will have no problems whatsoever. If you're staying in Colombia for more than 20 days like me, you need to register your phone's IMEI with your network provider. Otherwise, it will be blocked after 20 days. And I've been trying to do it online. There's no easy way, so you have to go inside their office, unfortunately. Getting around in Colombia is easier than I thought. So there's not a lot of information online because most of the companies do not sell tickets online. So air travel is quite nice because there are a lot of airports, you can buy those tickets online. Buses, that's the tricky part. So when you get to a place, just ask your hotel, hostel, they will most probably have all the information, or they can point you to the right place. I had no problems whatsoever traveling between. I actually had the best bus ride of my entire life going between Jardín and Rio Sucio. The only thing I will say is add at least 2-3 hours for the medium journeys, 3-4 hours for the long journeys on top of your journey time by bus, and that's when you get the actual accurate journey time. So yeah, plan your things accordingly. In cities like Bogotá, there's no metro, so you can use the bus. Uber and Cabify are the two main apps you can use for taxis. In Medellin, the best way to get around is the metro. If you're coming to the coffee region, these buses are the best way to get around between different little cities. Or you can take these, my favorite, the village jeeps. So they're everywhere in the highlands, in the coffee region, and like basically hanging out from them at the back. Wow, standing outside is an absolutely amazing experience, but be careful, okay? Is it safe to visit Colombia, you ask? Well, I'm standing in Comuna 13, one of the most violent neighborhoods in the entire world at one point, and that tells you how far this country has come in the last few decades. Well, I wouldn't dream of even being near here, and here I am enjoying the beautiful music and street art. So it is generally quite safe if you want to come here as a tourist. The tourist trail is fairly established, there's no problems whatsoever. There's petty crime. My wallet got nicked like literally the first day in Cartagena, but that's petty crime, right? Gone are the days of big violent bomb blasts and people killing left, right and center. So you're generally quite safe to visit here. Just practice caution. Don't go out into dodgy neighborhoods on your own, or don't go out like we're off too far in the dark, and practice like caution basically. You'll be absolutely fine. I work really hard on these videos to provide you authentic information. The best way for you to support me is by subscribing and hitting that bell icon. What are you waiting for? After watching all these shows about Colombia, you kind of get this image that everyone's running around with a gun, as part of a gang, everyone's very tough. It can't be further from truth. I've been here 5 weeks and I've not had a single bad interaction. People are just so incredibly nice, friendly, warm, helping, and amazing. You go on a tour, you meet locals. By the end of the tour, they're your friends. They've added you on social media. They're writing to you like, you need any help, or you want to find out something, or come to my house, have lunch. People are just so incredibly nice. It's a privilege to be here. Seriously, Colombians are amazing, and they really know how to enjoy life. It's easy to party with them. And you will find music everywhere, you will find people dancing everywhere, and it's just so nice. That makes the Colombia trip one of the best I've ever had. I think Colombia is my new favorite. They're not racist at all. They embrace everyone who comes in and wants to enjoy. So come, you will have an absolutely amazing time, and I guarantee by the time you leave, you will have like 100 more friends at the very least. So what are you waiting for? Come! The most widely spoken language in Colombia is Spanish. You need to learn at least a little bit, which is going to really help you. Use Duolingo like me, it's quite useful. English is not very common, and also it's only the younger generation who speak a little bit of it, honestly not a lot. So either that or download the Spanish pack on your phone. You will need it a lot. Also, people here speak a lot quicker, so you have to say like lento por favor, which means go slowly, and then you might be able to understand something. But yeah, Spanish. Although if you come to the San Andres archipelago, people speak a lot more English here. You can definitely drink tap water in Colombia. I've been doing that pretty much everywhere in all the cities, everywhere. The only exception are islands. You cannot drink tap water on the islands. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine. In Colombia, they have the US style plugs. So this is what the socket looks like. And yeah, come prepared. The best surprise in Colombia for me was how much Colombians care about the nature and how well preserved most of the places are. People take care of the places they go. There's no littering, no trash anywhere. And that is such an amazing feeling. People also focus so much on recycling here now, which is absolutely wonderful. It really makes me happy because this is one country in which nature needs to be preserved for everyone to see. One thing I didn't like about Colombia and Colombians is they don't like to give way. Not at all. I don't know. They're really nice, courteous people, but somehow they just come in. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the macho culture, but whatever it is, that was a little bit of an annoying thing. Everything else was absolutely perfect. Anything to do with nature, hiking, etc., download maps.me because most of the places on Google are not marked correctly, especially when you have to go through the ways. So yeah, maps.me, and also check out all trails if you want more detailed information. If you wake up early like me, you will be greatly rewarded. Colombians love to party, and I think for that reason wake up quite late. So if you go out on your own, you will get quite a lot of places just to yourself. Colombia has suffered a lot at the hands of narco traffickers like Pablo Escobar. So when you come here, please do not join any tours, do not take his name. Let's not glorify a thug. Seriously. There's so much more Colombia has to offer. Beautiful nature, music, literature, food, amazing people. Let's celebrate that instead. Insect repellent is an absolute must for Colombia, whether you bring it with you or you can buy it from here. There's a brand of pharmacy called Farmatodo. They have all international brands. But seriously, when you're coming for hikes or anywhere close to a jungle, you need tons of insect repellent. I know Colombia has this image of a tropical paradise, but don't just pack for summer because it's not just all beaches. When you come to the highlands like Medellin and Jardín, etc., it can rain anywhere at any time. So make sure to bring yourself a light jacket, some shoes you don't mind getting muddy, and an umbrella which you need to keep in your bag because it can rain anywhere at any time. I have some good news though. It doesn't stay like raining for very long. So don't worry too much. Congratulations, you're ready to explore Colombia, and I've made an entire playlist with amazing destinations from gorgeous beaches to mountains, jungle adventure to culture. You will find all of it there. Click on the link above and check it out, and do let me know which one was your favorite.